Hello. Hello. McFly, we're live. Somebody showed up. What's up, people? I was going to keep my mouth shut until somebody showed up. But now that you here, shh. What's up, everybody? So it's Friday. It's Friday Night Live. Your boy, you know what I'm saying, is blessed by the best, praying for the rest. I woke up this morning. The way I see it is somebody didn't wake up this morning. So, you know. But out here living my best life, man. Been out longer than I've been out since I was 9. Doing better than I've ever done before. Life keeps getting better. So, somebody showed up and left. Where y'all at? Anybody home? Ain't nobody home. Get your finger out of there. Oh, yeah, I'm watching. I saw that. I ain't gonna tell nobody this time. Don't let it happen again. One thumbs up. They say ain't nobody on yet. Where y'all at? Somebody on there. Oh, the wifey's on. Ah, what's up, babe? So it's Friday night. I'm sitting here just shooting the shit. Oh man, on a good one. It's a good day. It's Friday. Every time I'm here on Friday night, I'm always asking what y'all doing, and y'all ain't never got nothing going. I know what I'm gonna do. Stop asking y'all. Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Been living my life, you know what I'm saying? Doing my physical therapy, my shoulder getting better, you know what I mean? Getting to a point where, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to start working on strengthening it up. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll be going back to work soon, you know what I'm saying? Give me something to do, you know what I'm saying, Mm. But, you know what I'm saying, little by little, you know what I'm saying, I'm not pushing it. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, do too much because that's something I always do. I always push. I always try and do too much. I always end up fucking myself up. We're going to stop that. That's the thing. With age, you know what I'm saying, comes a little bit of knowledge and get a little bit older. That's the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So many things going on. And then I just lost, you know what I'm saying? I just lost one of my boys, you know what I'm saying? He got killed the other night and I seen it on the news. It was just like, man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I ain't seen him in a minute, but this is somebody, go back to elementary school, you know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid growing up, you know what I'm saying, on C Street. Yeah, it was rough, you know what I mean? Cause like, man, you know what I'm saying, it's a cold way to go, you know what I'm saying, he should have went out, you know what I'm saying, he should have went out better than that. But it is what it is, when it's your time, it's your time, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no choice. So you can do the best you can, you know what I'm saying? When your number comes up, that's it, that's all. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's another reason I say I'm blessed every morning I wake up because somebody didn't, and all I can do, you know what I'm saying, is pray and put it in his hands and let him, you know what I'm saying, handle it because I ain't got no control over it. All I can do is take care of what I can take care of. And that's our responsibilities. You know what I mean? The man upstairs knows what we be dealing with. He knows what we be going through, but he never gives us more than we can handle. He keeps you, you know what I'm saying? He keeps you going. But you got to do your part. You got to push. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying, sitting around, oh, I'm just going to sit right here and wait for everything to fall into my lap. Nah, that's not the way that shit works. reality kicks in. You want something? Go get it. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You gotta go get it if you want something. Whatever it is. It don't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? If I, set my mind to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm making it happen. I don't like I've been without almost all my life. It's been, you know what I'm saying, it ain't been easy, put it like that. And your boy's been through some things here and there, and still, you know what I'm saying, life keeps, you know what I'm saying, getting better. You know what I mean? Every morning I wake up, I have another chance to do more. I'm already living beyond what my life expectancy was at growing up. When I was a youngster, we didn't, it was a little different. But all in all, I'm grateful because, like I say, I woke up this morning. And, you know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning, everything working, you know what I'm saying? Family, everybody good, I'm blessed, man. Well, man, you know, I try and focus on the positive because I spent my life with the negative. I've been negative. People wouldn't believe, that it's hard, you know what I'm saying? When I talk to people sometimes, you know what I'm saying, people are like, you know what I'm saying, you don't seem like, but in reality, then when they hear it and they find out, like, damn, no, not, no. And I ain't no tough guy. I don't push the line. I don't be out here, trying to control people and tell people you got to do this and you got to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you, man. Look, you know what I'm saying. I'm out here living my best life. This is the longest I've been out since I was 9 years old. This is the best I've ever been doing. This is the most I've ever had. All my family is healthy. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is good. What man? Look, what more can I ask for? I don't have, I'm saying, a pocket full of money, but I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here enjoying life. I get it. I'm saying, spend more time with my wife because I don't have to work all day. I mean, I'm used to working 10 hours a day, 50 hours a week. And now, I'm saying, I've been at home for a while, I'm saying, I had surgery and, I'm saying, going through the process, the healing process, and now I'm going through therapy, trying to get it better, and, I'm saying, get back to 100%. I use my body, I'm saying, I work, I do construction, I'm saying, I make shit happen. And whatever it is, I'm saying, even if it's not at work, I'm saying, when I'm at home, I make shit happen. If I want something, I'm going to get it. Ain't nobody, I'm saying, got no handouts for me. The handouts that I see are a trap or a setup, to get me, I'm saying, back in the box. I can't do it. Sorry. Ha! GP, that's right, Snow. Shit can always be worse. Man, people don't understand. I spent my life in, it was rough. It was rough. Now I'm living my best life. This is the most I ever had. Like I said, I don't have everything I want. I don't have, I'm saying, but I have everything I need. I have too much. I think I have too much. I got a lowrider sitting out front. I got a convertible, I'm saying, it's broke down right now. But I'm saying, it's mine. I own that. It ain't going nowhere. I'm saying, once I get a, I'm saying, couple grand to put in the transmission and get it fixed, I'm rolling again. But right now, it can sit in the back burner. Lowrider, I'm saying, it needs a few things, I'm saying, I ain't got it right now. It can sit on the back burner. Do I have transportation? Yeah. I have everything I need. I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need. And this is the best life has ever been. I'm not watching over my shoulder every 5 seconds. I don't have to live waiting for somebody to come up and do something to me. I ain't worrying about it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm a child of the Most High, blessed by the best, praying for the rest. but I'm out here living. You know what I mean, and it's so much out here. People don't take advantage of all that's available. This is just my opinion. I found out a whole bunch of things. Did you know that there's a free day to every museum in Balboa Park? It alternates, and I think they have like two free museums. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a lot of money to go places and do things and experience a lot of the stuff like someone like me ain't never experienced before. I ain't been to a lot of these places and functions, and it's just like, it blows my mind when, I'm saying, my wife takes me someplace. I'm just like, wow. You know what I mean? Because there's so many things going on out here, so many things that are positive that you can uh, be out here living. Dominic Mayweather, I see you. I appreciate everybody, for supporting the channel, man, showing up, popping in, hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. I'm just, I'm trying to spread my hustle. This is a little hustle. So, like I said, I ain't with being broke, but this is all new to me. All this technology, I'm working on learning how to use all this. So bear with me. I always say, count the blessings, not the stresses. That's right. That's a good one. Skunk Dog from Kev Mac video tapped in. Spring Valley to the 40s. What's up, Skunk Dog? Corey Ferguson, what are the places to go to in San Diego and places to avoid? Man, San Diego ain't really too many places to avoid. You can go anywhere you want, and for the most part, people just out here trying to enjoy their life. You know what I mean? I'm a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in situations where I don't bang. You know what I'm saying? No more. But I'm always be from neighborhood. That ain't never gonna change. So people know who I am, and you know what I'm saying? I go out every day. I see Bloods, I see Crips, I see SAs, I see, people that did years with during my incarceration. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody out here trying to live their life, trying to live their best life. You know what I mean? Everybody out here grinding, trying to, make something happen. Try and it's hard because the government ain't got our back. The government ain't supporting us. I've been going down trying to, speak up with pillars of the community. My boy Rassid Loke, he, he's a part of that organization. But then the homie Kurt Dog, he's with All of Us or None. And these is, hey, I try and volunteer and do whatever I can. I'm not used to being an activist. I'm used to being stuck in a box. So now, hey, I'm about that community. So, I'm out here, living a good life, man. And this shit works. You know what I mean? People say it's hard when you get out of prison, but if you want something, you can do anything. I'm a firm believer. When I was a kid, all I wanted was a name and a reputation. Now I got it. It ain't worth shit, but I got a reputation. So what? You know what I mean? Ain't no retirement plan for me. You know what I mean? I got out of prison, the homie offered me a sack, and I tried to offer me a gun. Like, man, nah, I'm good. I'm trying to find people that got my best interests at heart. You know what I mean? And if you're trying to put a sack in my hand, you ain't got my best interest at heart. Just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Look, I've been out here. This is the longest I've been out since I was 9 years old. Now 7.5 years. That's not that long. You know what I'm saying? But for me, this is the longest I've been out since I was 9. Think about that. I'm 53, almost 54. That's crazy. Hey, Skunk Dog, man, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just trying to do something, you know what I mean? My whole platform, all this is all about, you know what I'm saying? Look what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Because people heard the name, people heard the reputation, but look what I'm doing now. I got a job. You know what I mean? I take care of my family. I'm out here living my best life. You know what I mean? This is, you know what I'm saying? This is what works. That bullshit, That bullshit ain't gonna get you nothing but a cage or, you know what I'm saying, or a hole in the ground. And I don't wish that on none of my homeboys. So I ain't gonna never, you know what I'm saying, try and set none of my homies up for failure. And if you know me, you know what I'm saying, my homies know, you know, I'm not out there in the trenches. I'm not out there on the block. You know what I mean? I go to work and I'm at home. I'm an old ass man. You know what I mean? I'm an old ass man. I ain't nobody no more. I look in the mirror and it's like, damn, old ass white dude. But hey, living my best life, man. Living my best life. It keeps getting better because I keep waking up. And like I say, every day I wake up is another day for me to get a little closer to the goals I got set, to the plans I got, to the things I want to do. There's a whole bunch I want to do. I want to be able to go out my low rider, you know what I'm saying, go hopping around, you know what I'm saying, cruising and having fun, you know what I mean, living life. Right now, you know what I'm saying, ain't that time. So I'm gonna sit at home, you know what I'm saying, and wait. You know what I mean? Ain't no pushing and trying to make something happen that it ain't the right time for. When it's the right time, you know what I'm saying, all things will come together. So I'm a firm believer, you know what I'm saying? If you trust and believe, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing forward. Never give up, keep pushing forward. And it keeps getting better. I've been doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I've been out for 7.5 years. That's the longest I've been out since I was 9. And I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I done spent over 20 years in a California prison. And in prison, it's hard. It's harder for me because I'm white and I'm in a black gang. So that, you know what I'm saying, is a whole new dynamic to the whole situation. It's changed now. I heard that in prison it's not like that no more. You know what I mean? That the whites have a hands-off policy. If that's what they want to do, let them do what they want to do. But you know what I'm saying? All this shit I had to win, all this shit, man. Look, I've been told ever since I was a kid, if I ever go to prison, that the white boys are gonna kill me. So literally, you know what I'm saying? This hasn't been, a fairy tale. I've been stabbed 13 times. I've been, more fights than I can remember. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not a tough guy. I always wanted to be a pretty boy, man. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood. My auntie took me in. And my auntie had a son who was like 2 or 3 years older than me. And this was my cousin. And they raised me. You know what I mean? This was my family. Man, you know what I'm saying? He was a pretty boy. You know what I mean? He had the Jerry curl. He had the fly clothes back in the day. You know what I mean? This is the 80s. So, you know what I mean? It's Prince, Purple Rain. And, you know what I'm saying? People got baggies, parachute pants, and all kinds of, you know what I'm saying? The styles was different back then. But my cousin, damn, 13. Oh, yeah. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So he was a pretty boy. He was always, you know what I'm saying, coming up with different fashion he would make his own stuff. You know what I mean? For people that are from back in the day, do you remember the coasters? The shoes, they were like karate shoes, a white rubber on the bottom with the black corduroy on the top. I don't think they make them anymore. Now they make house shoes and it's different. But coasters were like everyday shoes, but they were like black corduroy on the top and then the white rubber on the bottom, but they were like flat and didn't, they weren't the best shoes. So my cousin, he used to get them and he would bleach them and then dye them and then have different colors and everybody be, oh, where you get them from? And he would always lie and say, oh, I went up to LA to get them. And I knew, you know what I'm saying, because I watched you put them in the bucket. So, you know what I mean, he would come up with different fashion stuff, like when everybody, you know what I'm saying, was wearing a dressy, he was wearing boxing shoes. You know what I mean? He had some boxing shoes that laced up real high, but they were like, you know what I'm saying, if you know boxing shoes, you know what I'm talking about. But he had those with like some baggies and, you know what I'm saying, a nice button-up shirt. with some suspenders. And that was the style back then. Good evening. What's up, Jay Brown? I see you, brother. I see you. So, I always wanted to be like him. I wanted to be a pretty boy because cousin had the girls. You know what I mean? He was macking, you know what I'm saying? And he was, like I said, a couple years older than me, but I was in the streets. So I had to grow up faster. But his mom, she took me in when I was a little kid, and she was like, she helped me deal with a whole bunch of stuff that I had to deal with growing up in the hood. And she had her own demons. She had issues. She had addiction issues and this and that. And she was a hustler. And she the one who laced me up. But she was straight. She always, she always took care of family first, then, whatever else. You got stabbed 13 times. No, man, not 13 times in one incident. No, the most I got stabbed one incident was 3 times, and that was minor scratches. The dude had a 16 penny nail melted into a ink pen. And what I'm saying, I got, a little poke hole. They didn't even give me stitches. It was minor, it was nothing. Damn, I don't remember coasters. Remember Fam Bam having every color house shoes? Yeah. But that's the thing. They became house shoes. You know what I mean? Because before that's everybody had, coasters. And this was back in the 80s though. And then you guys, I'm talking about early 80s. Like 80. But yeah, it was just a different style. And that's the thing, Fam Bam, I remember when Fam Bam was Fedco. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Because the Rite Aid, that was Thrifties. I used to ride my bike from the hood all the way over to Thrifties to get that triple scoop of butter pecan ice cream. In the summertime, man, we used to be everywhere on our bikes. You know what I mean? We were some bad little kids, though. You know what I mean? We was all over the place. And that was one of my first hustles. You know what I mean? I would ride up to 47th and Federal to the little gas station. It's not a gas station no more, across the street from Rainbow, which is now 7-Eleven. Everything has changed. But it used to be called Tortilla Flats, and it was a gas station and a laundromat. It's all changed now. It's still a little liquor store, but you know what I'm saying, that was Tortilla Flats. And I used to pull up right there on my bike and sit at the phone booths, because it was a line of phone booths, like 4 of them. And I'll sit at the phone booth. People would pull up, and I would sell weed. And I'm going to go buy, I'm going to go buy a nickel bag. And then I'm going to come up there and sell it for a dime. And then I'm going to go back and buy another nickel bag and then get 2 of them and then do the same thing. And then, that's how I flip my money, because I got the hookup where they got the fat ass bags. But it's my people, you know what I mean? Yep, I would get them at the swap meet or Payless shoe stores. Payless, and yeah, coasters, they was at Payless. But that's the thing, when I was a kid, I grew up, I had Pro Wings. I remember the Kmart, I had some fake Adidas. There was Kmart Trax, Trax. And you know what I'm saying? I would go up to Kmart and go into the Kmart and take a pair of shoes and take, a brand new pair and lace them up and walk out the door with them, because mine gets scuffed up. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't. It was Kmart. But I would just walk out the back way where the mechanic area is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, before my time. Great uncle had a barber shop up there, and it was still Fedco. Great grandpa had a house off Hilltop. Hey, that's where I grew up, off Hilltop. I grew up on Broadway, but on between 39th and 40th. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? People remember back in them days, it was different. It was a different kind of community, because like now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't nobody live in the hood no more ain't nobody in the hood from the hood. You know what I'm saying? It was like 2 people left. That's crazy, but you know what I'm saying, when I grew up, it was homies on every block, every other block, you know. I don't know, things changed, but life keeps going and you got to keep going or get left behind. And that's the thing. I see older people and it's a trip, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel it in myself. I feel I'm getting left behind because, so much stuff has moved on, technology and information and all this. And I'm still trying to learn and catch up. But I got family, you know what I'm saying, that won't even, I don't want internet on my phone. And I'm trying to tell them, look, it's beneficial. Oh, I don't want it. Okay. So, but I know fear. People fear what they don't know, so I know that's got something to do with it. Cause like I'm the same way with certain stuff. I don't like doing what I don't know how to do. But if you don't practice and learn how to do something new, then you can't do the do. Okay. Nah, it's so much, it's so much out here, and you got to push yourself to do new things, to do different things. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, life ain't gonna slow down. So why are you? But now it's like I'm looking at life like, man, how much time do I have left? And what do I want to get done in that time? Because I want to do a lot. I spent like I said over 20 years. That's 20 years. That's little less than half my life in a cage. In a cage. I don't want to live like that no more. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want something different, you got to do something different. So for me, you know what I'm saying, I got into a drug program. I got out of prison after 12 years, 7 months straight. I got into a drug program and got a job. And step by step, you know what I'm saying? There was pitfalls, there was problems, there was issues along the way. But you know what I'm saying, I'm still, you know what I'm saying, to where I am now, I'm living my best life. I'm doing better than I've ever done. I got more than I've ever had. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, when people donate, when people look out, you know what I mean, but I'm not here begging nobody for nothing. I'm trying to spread my hustle. I'm trying to tell my story. I'm hopefully somebody listens and they don't get caught up and do the stupid things I've done. You know what I mean? I want to look. I want to do the crash dummies. Who remembers the crash test dummies when they get smashed up? You can learn a lot from a dummy. Yeah, well, I'm that dummy. You can learn a lot from me. I made a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? But just because you're a dummy doesn't mean you have to stay a dummy. You can elevate, you can upgrade, you can move on. Think about it. GP, remember them black or brown honcho boots? Hell yeah, everybody has some of them generic ass boots. Man, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers I had blisters all. Yeah, I know. I remember them honcho boots. That's crazy. But nah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta push, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep learning, keep, you know what I'm saying, striving, keep trying to do more. Cause you know what I'm saying, like I said, I want to do a lot, you know. I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to retire and see the country. I want, you know what I'm saying, I want to travel. I don't care if it's in a truck with a trailer or in an RV or, you know what I mean, or just me and my wife. You know what I mean? Think they even had no black. Yeah, I want to see the country. It's so much, you know what I mean, because I've seen so much stuff off TV. I spend my life in the cage looking at a picture. You know what I mean? I want to go see what this stuff look like in real life. Now like I said, this is the longest I've been out since I was 9. But I've been traveling. You know what I mean? I've been to Yellowstone. I've been to Yosemite. I've been to Sequoias. I've been, I've been all over. You know what I mean? I done did road trips through Arizona. I done, I done drove cross country, you know, and seeing the sights and seeing things along the way, enjoying, the road trip kind of, traveling. I want to see when I go somewhere, I'll pull over and, we'll stay here for 2 hours, just checking the spot out to, to learn about the history or whatever. There's a lot that you drive by and you'll miss. And that's the thing. We only get one go around on this ball. That's as far as I know, this is my only trip. And I'm about halfway done. So still got a ways to go. But every morning I wake up, I got a chance to do some more. So I'm just grateful to wake up, because somebody didn't. You got to think about it. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. And it's like, man, so it's always gonna. What up, light skin cuz? There you go. I'm about as light as you can get. Nah, man, all good. You got to let a lot of catching up to do, so live your best life. Oh man, you ain't got to tell me twice, man. This is my best life. Every morning I wake up and thank you for waking me up. Because it's so much, it's so many things that I've done I've been out 7 years. And I've been, I've been to cruising to Ensenada. I've been, and traveled South Dakota 3 times. I've been to Texas. I've been a couple road trips through Arizona. I've been all up and down California. I found out about a whole bunch of fishing up north, and I'm gonna be back. But I've been having a blast. Me and my wife just found out about the Kern River, went up there, had a good time. It's a lot of things that I want to do, like I said, and I'm trying to do as much as I can. I don't want to just sit around and talk about it. I don't want to just look at something on TV. I want to go do. I want to be out there. I want to go. So that's the thing, I'm getting there. Man, but I'm getting better, y'all gonna see, I'm gonna get y'all on some fish, see if I can find y'all some, I find a lunker every now and then. But I got a couple secret fishing spots people don't know about. And even when there ain't nothing to do, I'm gonna pull something out the water. You have done more than 7 years than I have. That's 24 years. Man, hey, living my best life. All the years I spent in prison. To me, all I did, all that, I was just surviving. That was it. I wasn't living when I was in prison. I was just surviving. From meal to meal, from, that's it. I was just surviving because I was worried about people running up behind me. Being being real light skinned, made you a target in the prisons I was in. And it wasn't easy. And it was times I wanted to quit. I thought about quitting, I ain't gonna sit up here and say, oh no, I never thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it. I couldn't do it though. I seen it happen many times, many times. And it's sad, but that's the way it is. And is it my place, to do something about it? Nah, because I can't do nobody else's time. I had a me number, not a we number. I was doing my time. And it wasn't easy. I made it as hard as possible. I believe I made it as hard as possible. I chose to go up in there with a chip on my shoulder trying to make a name for myself. I chose that. Then nobody, push me in there, make me do it, or throw me in. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I chose. You know what I mean? Now mistakes was made along the way, you know what I'm saying, in my rearing, yeah, you know what I'm saying, but I don't blame it on them. I blame it on me. I put myself in the positions. I did the crime, so I did the time. But now it's like I feel like I'll never be free. You know what I mean? No matter what I do, you know what I'm saying? They say you do your time and you've paid your debt to society, but nah, that's not it. Because it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a violent gang member. That's all, you know what I'm saying, that's all it knows. That's because that's what the paperwork says. That I'm a violent gang member. So, you know what I mean, what am I supposed to do? I try, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing and but I think about it, and I know, you know what I'm saying, if I slip up, mess up or make a mistake, you know what I mean, it's a life sentence right there waiting on me. And it's a couple people, you know what I'm saying, in the office, you know what I'm saying, they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he slip up, we gonna get him. And what am I supposed to do? Wait on it. I'm legit. I'm all good. You know what I mean? You do whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I'm saying, I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to make life better for me and my family. That's what I do. That's my job. So, what y'all got? Life is good. No complaints from me. Every morning I wake up, you know what I'm saying, man woke me up this morning. All I ask is give me enough strength to show me what you want me to do and give me enough strength to get it done. Life is good. Life is good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's straight. I'm a happy camper. Do I want more? Yeah. That's okay. It's coming. Not right now, you know what I'm saying, but whenever I'm ready. Because if you dumped everything on me, that's like some, I guess, how you hear these lottery winner stories where, you know what I'm saying, they get all this money and they don't know how to act, you know what I'm saying, next a year, 2 years from now, you know what I'm saying, they filing bankruptcy and they had millions. What? It's because they wasn't ready for it. They wasn't prepared. They didn't know how to manage it. They didn't know how to deal with it. So, everything comes in its own time. Ask a bum, what's up? Snow your roll, homie. I see you. I see you. So what we asking the bum tonight, man? What you got up? It's Friday night. What you got up, ask a bum? So what's up, people? Friday night. Anybody got something going on tonight? Anybody? Anybody? Because that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never doing nothing. It's Friday night, man. You're supposed to be in traffic, you know what I'm saying? Trying to chase some tail, something. What I got up is rest after a long week of grad school. Hey, get your education, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Respect. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I chose, you know what I'm saying? Look, I hated school. You know what I mean? I was good. I was good at it. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. I was just the class clown. I was the knucklehead. I had to learn the hard way. But then during my incarceration, you know what I mean, I got my GED in prison on my first term. And then on my third term, I got college courses. I think I need like maybe 10 or 12 credits, 8 or 12 credits. And I think I get a AA. But you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go to school. But while I was incarcerated, I had to be there. So I figured while I'm there, I might as well get something out of it. And it wasn't much, you know what I mean, but it's something. You know what I mean? It's progress. And that's the thing. I'm about progress. Got to keep moving forward. Got to keep pushing. Can't stop, won't stop. Ain't nobody handing out nothing. You want something, you got to go get it. And sometimes you need to learn how to go get it. And grad school, you know what I'm saying, hat off to you. Do the damn thing. So what's up? Anybody else? Anybody else got something going on for the weekend? Not just Friday, the weekend. What you got up? I'm broke. I'm stuck. I'm living my best life, no complaints. You know what I'm saying? Just went grocery shopping. Now I'm broke. Just filled up the tank in the car, but I'm broke. Got everything I need, but I'm broke. No complaints, but I'm broke. About to hit the Tampa versus Broncos this Sunday. You a Tampa fan or a Broncos fan? I work 7 days a week on building lowriders, RC cars. That's what the fuck is up, skunk dog. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know when I need some help on the Lincoln. Nah, man, I seen the RC cars, man. You know what I'm saying? I was at the Lolo's last week or something. Somebody came through with a little trailer pulling two Lolos. You know what I mean? There was a truck pulling two Lolos on the trailer. All of them were RC, and he was, you know what I'm saying, hitting the switch on the trailer. Neither just live out here in Tampa area now. Yeah, I think Tampa gonna get him. I'm not a fan of sports. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I had a football team. We don't have a team anymore. People still hang on, but I'm a hater. So I don't have a football team no more. At the same time, you know what I'm saying, all these sports and Olympics and all this, man, this is, you know what I'm saying, the Coliseum, man. This is for them to keep us drunk and, you know what I'm saying, stuck on stupid. Now it's all about gambling. You know what I mean? It's all about betting. So, you know what I mean? I don't trust none of it because I know, you know what I'm saying, whenever bets are involved, it's some funny business going on. But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? The house always wins, and I'm not the house. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to leave it alone. But that's just me. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? I watch the games every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Sit there, you know what I'm saying, chop it up. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing your gear. I'm not paying you. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, sending you none of my money. I'm not giving you my firstborn. I'm not, none of that. Plug the Spanos fam. When the Chargers left to go to LA, I switched to an LA team, the Rams. Hey, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the blue team. You know what I'm saying? But Chargers left. You know what I'm saying? That was it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good. Yes, sir. I customize, build on the owner of Skunks Hobbies, the manufacturer who makes the RC parts. Hey, that's what's up, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's a cool little get down. One of these days, you know what I'm saying, when I get right, I want to give me one, you know what I'm saying? I just ain't there yet. But my boy, you know what I'm saying, my homie, he got one. Man, I feel you. I'm one of those hang on top of the boat. I just can't stop watching, seeing them play. Let's go Bolts. Hey, I ain't mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? My man, all my homies is still riding with the, you know what I'm saying, with the Bolts. I'm cool. Jay Ray, hey Rock, did you have a harder time or an easier time when the woods people told you ran crib for an easier time? Hey Rock, did you have a harder time or an easier time than Woods? I think I had a harder time. You know what I'm saying? You talk about how Woods have it hard, but it ain't that hard. You know what I'm saying? They just got to go with the flow. You know what I mean? I know some places, you know what I'm saying, they have it hard, LA County, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, it ain't always like that. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, in county jail, it wasn't I didn't have no problems really. I had a couple fights here and there. But you know what I'm saying, it wasn't until I got to prison. And the people I got in a fight with were prison people that were in, you know what I'm saying, the county jail that I was in trying to push this same line. So when I got to prison, the whites immediately had a problem with me housing and being with the blacks because I was considered a race trader because I wasn't with them. And that's the thing, I'm saying, that was the main part. Did the Woods try to fight you? Yeah. Like I said, I've been stabbed 13 times. I'm saying, the majority of the time, the majority of the problem I got was from the NLR at the time. This was the early 90s. So I was dealing with the Nazi lowriders. So these were the young guys trying to make a name for themselves and make a name for their gang. They wanted to be like the next generation because by the time when I came through, the brand, people know the Aryan Brotherhood, they were, what I'm saying, if they knew you were one of the members, you were locked up, 23-hour, called an indeterminate shoe program. So you in lockup the whole time. So I don't have to deal with you on the main line, but you telling all these other people what to do this and do that. And then these young guys, they're trying to make a name for themselves. But part of the reason that I survived is, what I'm saying, because, what I'm saying, I was in Lancaster. Lancaster was a lot of black officers. And so that helped me, what I mean? Plus the Crips was deep. And then, what I'm saying, but I still, what I'm saying, I got stabbed a couple times, by the Nazi lowriders. Yeah, it wasn't fun. I'm not a tough guy, but what I'm saying, I had an open invitation. Anybody one on one, come and get it, because I know they got hits out on me. And I know it's going to be somebody, what I'm saying, stepping up, trying to, what I'm saying, collect or, what I mean, get a stripe, what I mean, because they took the white crib down or they put in work or, because it's people that are in prison trying to earn stripes and reputations and a name for themselves. And when it gets like that, you never know, what I'm saying, who you dealing with, what you dealing with, and I've been in situations where, it's it's life or death, and I feared, I was scared. I never showed it. I never let nobody, see it, but I used it. And what I'm saying, you scare somebody, what I'm saying, and that gives them power. You know what I mean? And I figured eventually, what I'm saying, the white boys was gonna get me. When I first got all that time, here it is, what I'm saying, 1994, and you just gave me a Buck Rogers date. A Buck Rogers date. I got to do 12 years before you let me out. 12 years. That's a Buck Rogers date. You know what I mean? 12 years into the future, I'm like, what I'm saying, man, what the hell? And that's the thing, at the time, it wasn't even 12 years. At the time, I was sentenced to 9 years. I ended up doing 12 years and 7 months. Because I got into it all the time. Like I said, more fights than I can remember. Because open invitation, one on one, anybody want it, come and get it. I don't hide from nobody. I don't hide behind nobody. I never hide. I never, what I'm saying, if there was a situation where Snowroc got into it with a white boy or a blood or whoever, it didn't matter. I'm taking off. What I'm saying, I'm not going to, what I'm saying, wait. I'm not going to go get help. I'm not going to go call a friend. I'm not going to dial a joke. I'm going, and that's part of what the reason I survived. All the things came together. There was a lot, you know what I mean? Because at the time, the Nazi lowriders who were trying to get me and looking bad were at war, kind of. It was an internal thing with the skinheads. So because I was making the Nazi lowriders look bad, the skinheads left me alone. By doing this, it gave me the opportunity to, what I'm saying, my name grew. Because, what I'm saying, when I left Lancaster, what I'm saying, I left because, every time, what I'm saying, I get stabbed and the dude that stabbed me get hurt worse than I did, and that's the way it was. Headwood laughed and said, "That's the best excuse he ever heard." Okay. But yeah, nah, prison wasn't happy fun time for me. Who's the most structured? I believe, you know what I'm saying, the Hispanics, either north or south. You know what I mean? Because like the norteños and the sureños, they got structure. No one else, the whites don't have the numbers or the heart. The Hispanics, they got the structure. Because if one says jump, 10 of them are in the air saying, when can we come back down? And that's because they know if they don't handle business, then they going to get dealt with. The blacks can't never come together because we have too many groups. Think about it. You got the Muslims, you got the Crips, but then not only them, the Crips don't get along. You got the O's that don't get along with the you know what I'm saying? You got Hoovers, you got, you know what I'm saying, gangsters, you got, you know what I'm saying, it's so many different groups that we can't come together. And that's one of the main problems with the black community. I love, you know what I'm saying, my folks, but unity, community needs work. What can I do? All I can do is do me. All I can do is do my best. Everything I do, I try and do my best. If I'm drawing a picture, I'm going to try and draw the best damn picture I can. If I'm, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, whatever I'm doing, I try and do my best. So, that's just me. But yeah, I think the Mexicans are the most structured, north or south, because it's situations where the Norteños, when you up there and you hit the line, this is their people. They set them on the bench in front of everybody. And every day when you come to yard, you sit in that spot until your paperwork comes back from the streets and they check everything on you. Once they've checked everything on you and they know, okay, this one is solid. If you not solid, if you got some dirt, some, you know what I'm saying, some smut, something bad, they gonna do something bad to you. I'm talking about the Norteños, they take off on their people. When one of their people is wrong, they tear his ass up. Look, but same with the Sureños, just not on uh the Sureños are, it's more of them, and then when you have a bunch of people, you have, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different attitudes and twists. So, it's, you gotta watch that. Has there ever been a Hoover set in San Diego? And if not, who was the first Hoover you came across? Nah, there ain't never been no Hoover sets in San Diego. The first Hoover that I ever came across, the first Hoover. I don't remember the first Hoover, but you know what I'm saying, when you in prison, they're there. This, you know what I'm saying, and at the time, you know what I'm saying, Hoovers were Crips when I first started going to prison. Then that's when they changed to criminals. But you know what I'm saying, my best friend, you know what I'm saying, my best friend was from Hoover. So, I mean, I don't I'm not from LA. I don't have a problem with nobody from Hoover, and I'm from neighborhood. And neighborhoods and Hoovers don't get along. That's however it is up there. I'm from San Diego. So, you mean, even in prison, that was an issue because I don't know how that is, and I don't know their rules and their politics. So, what do you mean I got to do this? Nah, man, I don't. You know what I mean? So it's different. I'm from San Diego. When's the next lowrider function? Oh shit! Usually on Sundays, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Last Saturday was a Low Bottoms Car Club. They had the hop up at Fam Bam. Yeah, I don't know when the next one is, but you know what I'm saying, it's the end of summertime, so it's still gonna be a lot going on, And I know, San Diego, they've been tripping. They gave us back Highland, Cruise Highland, but they don't like us going down to J Street no more. I don't know, because shit, motherfuckers be doing stupid shit. You can't stop it, it's everywhere. Yeah, so I don't know when the next lowrider event is. Like I said, mine ain't ready, so I'm sitting on the back burner, stuck in the house. But no complaints. Still living my best life. The shit they shut down the J Street house. Yeah, well, they've been having problems with you. I'm saying you're only allowed to be out there for a certain time. You have to leave at 5, and then we have people. You know how it is. People come out there. Next thing you know, they doing burnouts and burning up the spot, making it hot. Police tripping, and So I don't know. They were saying there was issues. You got to get permits and all kinds of stuff to do all that. So it's still up in the air. We'll see. It's still summertime. Well, it's fall, but it's still gonna be low riding going on. But that's the thing, I miss out on the cruising, man. Me and my boy, my boy Daffy, he was from Hoover, Daffy original, 7-4 Hoover. And my boy, stayed in traffic. This is the only dude I knew, I seen him, drive a Cutlass for 4 years. Every day he drove his car. And if the car broke down, I seen 2 engines go in the car. And he kept it, in traffic. I said it was the baddest lowrider on the streets. If anybody knows about Penny, I wish I had a picture right now to post of Penny. Penny was the baddest lowrider I ever seen, because this is the only lowrider I ever seen where this dude drove her to. He had surgery on his knee. He was driving to therapy in the lowrider. You know what I mean? Daff was every day in a lowrider. Had a truck, but didn't. The truck was for towing the other lowrider. He had 2 lowriders in the truck. And when he passed, this fool had what, 1, 2, 3 lowriders. 3 lowriders and 2 cars. Daff was a hustler. I know it's down in Logan, but what about the Chicano Park shows? Yeah, that's the thing. Those are the I think they already did that. That was like Cinco de Mayo. That's early. So I don't think they're gonna be doing no more at Chicano Park. I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't listen to me. I don't be out there like that. I'll be at home. If you could redo one day in your life, what would it be and why? One day, if I could redo one day in my life, man, damn, that's a hard one right there. Cause see, I go back, to when I was a kid and something. I don't know, Really, I don't know. I don't know, because I didn't have, I don't know, my life, people, look in from the outside and don't understand, I had fun growing up. I had fun in the hood. I had fun, I didn't have to go home. When the street lights came on, didn't nobody care. I didn't have to go home. I had, I was in the streets. And for a kid, I was running things. But in my mind, don't nobody want me. That was the thing I had to deal with, that didn't nobody want me. Because I felt like my family didn't want me. And then growing up in the hood, the homies didn't want me. It was a gang of homies that gave me the blues. It was a gang of homies that didn't want a white boy from the set. You know what I mean? It was a gang of homies, And still here. But all the shit that they put me through helped me to survive all the stuff I had to go through in prison. Because like I said, I was in there fighting, open invitation, one-on-one, anybody, and if I got in a fight with somebody, I was trying to hurt you, and that was it. Because I feel like if I lose, then everybody's gonna come after me. So, I'm giving you my all. Go back as a kid and yeah. I don't know though, because if I could go back and change one thing, I would go back and stop the dude that hit my mom when I was 9 years old. That was my first offense. I shot somebody. But I shot somebody because the dude broke my mom's jaw. So, you know, that would be it for me. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've been through a whole bunch of stuff, even though I spent over 20 years in prison, even though I've been in more fights than I can remember, even though, you know what I'm saying, I've been shot a few times, even though I've been stabbed 13 times, even though, you know what I'm saying, I drove a quad off the side of a mountain, broke my back in two places. All of that shit, I'm still here. I'm still here. Every day I wake up blessed because, you know what I'm saying, I wake up with breath and somebody doesn't. Man, this is the best life. This is the best I've ever been doing. You know what I mean? This is the best I've ever had. This is, life keeps getting better. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need. I'm good. Hey, y'all, it's time for me to let this one go. I'm supposed to go grab me some grub, you know what I'm saying? Hold on to my wife, you know what I'm saying? And see what I can get into on a Friday night. All right, so y'all stay up. I'll see y'all next week. Fridays. Fridays with snow, people. Don't forget. Fridays with snow.